I'm relocating the solar panels from the arch to the roof, because tomorrow I'm going with the boat to the welder and the old rack is going off and this one is going on. I decided to put a new rack, which actually used to be the roof. There were PVC sheets over it and the hurricane blew it off and we built a fiberglass roof, and I decided to put this rack on top of the current existing solar panel rack, so that when the welder comes tomorrow I can easier show him and explain what I like. Gonna bring the boat to the dock for the welder, and my right meters are not working, so that's something to figure out later. Waiting for the ferry to leave the fuel dock, then I'm gonna dock. The welder was here on time at 8:30, but the ferry captain was an hour late, so I had to wait before getting in. So the welder went back to the shop. He's on his way. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna take off the anchor, put a line there just so I don't break my back, put on a new one, put seizing wire on a new swivel. Let's put it in. Put in a new fuse here a week ago, so it's probably just a fuse box or something. Over here, this fuse box. Alright, check it out. I just put a new fuse in and that works again. And I don't see anything wrong with the old fuse, but it's like, it almost looks like there's some solder here. That's weird. It's a brand new fuse. I don't know if you can see the solder. Just put on a new bridle and they changed system. Like the only system I know is this, you know, and the rubber piece wears out after a long time, so they must have replaced it with this. Quite excited to try this out. This is going to be my spare anchor, because I remember really well when I crossed the Pacific as a crew member on a variety of different boats, everything went wrong at some point. Anchors got stuck in deep water and weren't able to be retrieved. Sails broke on the middle of the ocean. It's good to be prepared. Oh, look at that. So cute. I had some time to kill before getting into the docks. I practiced a bit with reversing. And well, once you get to know how to maneuver a catamaran, it's so easy. Like, I'm still learning, but with two engines, you have so much flexibility to move a little to the left, a little to the right. The old roof rack is on top of the car, the welder. Nice, getting things done. Just got to the welder, Twin City, all the stainless is here. We are walking the boat forward. It's time to get some fuel and water before leaving the dock. Water is filling. And I think I fixed my diesel indicator last time, but I'm still going to fill them up just to be sure. It looks so weird without the solar panels on the back, like something is missing. Okay.
That's the beauty about being.
Thank you very much.
Alright, take care.
I'll see you next time.
Alright.
I'm towing the dinghy because, you know, the stainless is gone, so I cannot hang it up anymore. This is working again after the fuse replacement. Nice. It's in a 4.5 foot. Beautiful in the sunspot here. While anchoring, of course, I got my the line from the dinghy stuck under the propeller. I knew this was gonna happen. I told to myself, pull the dinghy forwards first. Oh well. When I took off yesterday, the stainless was connected here with 1, 2, 3, and on the other side also 1, and only 1 came out. This one is like, I had to saw it off because it twists, but I can't get it out, so I have to find out a way to get it out and repair it or make it work before the stainless is ready. I got them out, I put a drill on them and just kept drilling and moving it around a little bit, and eventually it came out. This is stainless, in this arch is aluminum, so I think just a bit corrosion happened on the threads that were inside, and that was hard to take it out. So they were tapped in, and what I would like to do is I'm going to go to the store, get a longer drill and more of this thread, longer thread. I would like to actually through bolt them, so I have a bolt on the bottom here that might look less nice, 4 extra bolts, but oh well, rather that than one day in big weather losing the whole thing, including the dinghy. Also, there was this very long hurricane line on the boat. I'm going to take it to the marine store because I want to use their tool to cut it in shorter pieces so I can use it as dock lines. Got a longer drill at the building market, and now I'm going to the garden shop because I want to find a hose that I can put around the front rigging, the baby stay, because now the sail sometimes lies against the stay and it might damage the sail. So let's go check it out. This is what has been recommended to me. Apparently I can easily cut it in the middle and put it around it. It's called Poly water hose. Back at the marine store, gonna cut this rope in 18 feet, 6 meter lengths with this machine. 6 good docking lines. Nice. This place is really growing on me. People are so nice, ordering is easy, getting stuff done. This thing went through really easily. Was only a tiny bit more it had to go, but the bolts that I found, I don't think they're going to be low enough because the pipe is still going to be here. So they didn't have threaded rod in this size, so I think I'm going to look further so that I at least have threaded rod, because it needs to be a little longer. Also there were no longer bolts, but I think this is better. Like, it's just going to be a lot more stronger with a bolt on the bottom. I'm just using a Stanley knife to cut this tube through half. This baby stay was cut in half by the container that a Hurricane barrel pushed on the boat, and it's a new baby stay now. But I have to cut the pipe and the tubing in half and then put it around it, because this is too thick, it won't go over this part. Okay, I got it on. There's a bit of a pain actually, because it's cut in the middle. I couldn't push it from the bottom all the way up, so I had to climb all the way up there like a monkey and pull it up. So I think in the future, if the mast ever comes down, mast steps would be nice. There's actually mast steps all the way at the top. It would be nice, especially for solo sailing, if I have mast steps. I think if I ever run across one size bigger that also fits around this, I might buy that and redo it, but it's good enough for now. It's very quiet weather since yesterday, and this place where I'm anchored is just so beautiful with these light spots all around. Some people told me that you have to be really careful with these escape hatches, because if they break, they can apparently sink your boat. And this thing is getting some damage to it. So I thought, just for security, I'm just going to cut a fiberglass plate. If everything goes wrong, I can put it in, and I don't know, maybe put some screws to the side or something. Yeah, that fits. The marine store has threaded rods, and also they have 2 sizes longer. This is great, and it's even cheaper as at the building markets. That's normally it's the opposite. There used to be a mat here, and what was on the bottom of the mat really sticks to the floor, and I can't get it off with a normal brush. So really quietly with this golden brush I can get it off. I just did the plate in the middle, and at some point I will paint it all, but if everything is like that, that already looks a lot better. I ended up doing the majority with a scrub sponge and acetone. One day I need to paint it, but at least it's presentable now. Going for a scooter ride to the mall to see if they maybe have the exact same size panels. That'd be ideal, because then can just add 2 more panels, and then it looks nice, it's the same size, and have 4 panels on the back when the stainless from the welder comes back. Okay, let's do this. That's a pretty bay of the view. Limonada is there. Solar panels have different widths. 39 to 41 inch wide is a standard size, but also 44.5 is a standard size, and I need to find between 39 and 41 inch wide. This store is massive. I saw 2 solar panels here advertised. This one is 405 watts, and I saw a 445, but apparently that ad was a year old. 405 is like that. It's shorter than the one I have, and I prefer to have 445 times 4, because you end up with 160 more watts. Let me explain why these solar panels won't work. It's because we're gonna extend the stainless steel rack, and the rack will come up until here. It'll be a little bit wider than the roof, but still in line with the antenna. And that means if you walk here, this is the walkway, and you're never gonna bump your head. It's like this, you're never gonna bump it. But if I would have these panels and I put 4 on, then it would come up until here, and now there's like a sharp edge that someone's gonna bump their head on that one day, and it's potential danger. Gonna make a stop at the welder, and some exciting packages came in. Back at the welding shop, and so it begins. Building it fully from scratch, might have been a tiny bit nicer, but then that would be about $5,000, and now it's like a third of that. So I think it's worth it doing it like this. I've been looking a lot at solar panel racks of other boats, and I do like the racks also that are custom made, where the solar panel exactly fits in. But then one thing I've noticed is that now I'm trying to get the exact same size panel where I have 2 of, trying to get 2 extra, and they're, besides it's hard on an island, they're just not available anymore. They're older panels, and they don't make that exact size anymore. So if the rack is 100% fitted for a certain size panels, I prefer not to do it. I prefer to use U-bolts, because then I can get away with like an inch less or an inch more if I swap out panels. These were the legs where it was standing on. There was one here, there was one actually here, one in the middle, and one on the other side. And one of the things we're doing is we're taking the middle one out because it's just not necessary, and it kind of is in the way of the view when you're sitting in the boat. It's not really nice. And we're putting the legs more on the outside. The two, only one here, one there, and then we're gonna add braces to make it stronger. Take the corners off and we're gonna invert them. Yeah. I've had different types of experiences in the Caribbean having people do work, but these guys seem to really do a good job. Just came back from the UPS store. This is my wind vane from the wind indicator on top of the mast. It broke in a hurricane and it's finally here. And also I have this $15 cheap remote control for the Windlass, so I want to install those. That should make solo sailing a lot easier. This is the remote for the Windlass. This was only like $10 or $15, and according to the reviews, most of them work and not all, so I ordered a second one just in case. In the hurricane, this broke. This one also seemed to have been repaired at some point. Here it broke. You have a repair kit for this, but it doesn't read anything, so that's why the thing seems to be broken. So that's a new one. And I also have two new charge controllers, because my current charge controllers, I cannot put two panels on one controller, they're too small. Seems pretty simple to install. This is the antenna, then we have a plus and a minus wire, and a motor forwards and a motor reverse. Let's connect the remote control. So here's my Windlass control box, and we have one wire at the back, one wire at the front. One of the two is forwards, the other one is reverse. Actually, I already just took this one off. We have a minus in the middle, and I can use this plus, so that should be pretty easy. I hooked it up. Let's check. Let's bring it in. Yeah. Nice. For now, the charge controllers are here. These are 60 amp Rover Energies, and they're next to the fridge, and this one heats up, and then they should be as cold as possible. So there was a fan added, but we better be on separate spaces. So I'm gonna install the new charge controllers over here. Just put in some screws. This is for number 1 and then number 2. Let's connect them. The wiring is going to be simple. The only thing it is a battery plus and minus and a solar panel plus and minus. So I can just take them off there, pull them to that cabinet, and then put them on. They're installed and ready for the new solar panels. Now that the charge controllers are there, I'm going to take out the old fridge, the old broken fridge, and also the cold plate, put in a new one, and the freezer was already taken out by previous owner. I'm gonna also put that back in here next to it. The old fridge is out. Now I'm just gonna clean the compartment a bit. The freezer box looks dirty. Let's give it a bit of a paint. Just sanded it and clean it with some acetone. I'm gonna do a tough stuff epoxy primer, and after that all grip finishing paint. Painting is done and drying. Fridge and freezer installation we'll do next video. Back at the welder, final sanding and polishing. Looking good. It's a big rack. It looks heavy, right? We measured it, it's 70 pounds, 35 kilograms. We're spraying asphalt on it, hose it off, then polish. Last time when I got back here, when reversed, I got the line of the dinghy stuck in the propeller. So going to the dock with towing the dinghy seems a bit annoying. So I put the dinghy behind my friend's boat and I swam here. It's a lot easier. Let's try out the remote control today. Let's try it out on this range. Nice. Now I can motor forwards while I pull it in. The anchor's up. Well, that made life 100 times easier. Especially when when I have to put up anchor in wind and I'm close to other boats. Nice. How $15 can improve your life. Okay, let's go to the welder, to the dock. There's a cool little island over there with a bar on it. Going around it to the marina. Last time I did a bit of a bad job filming the coming in, so I'll put the camera there, leave it running. I just called on the radio and it should come out to help with the lines. Yeah, let me give you already this line. Sorry. The middle of the bow. Just put the new dock lines on. Which have a perfect length right now. Nice. And the welder is on his way. Let's do a quick before and after. There it is. Yeah. Now I'm gonna
we should flip it and go above the roof, you know.
On the boat.
We're gonna have to lift it higher than.
Yeah, but I can do. I have something for that. As long as it's here now. Let's do one more time the before and after. I'm so happy with that. Like, no more pull in the middle, much more open space. I think it really fits the line of the boat. Also, walking here is perfect for my height. I do not have to bend. Half an inch more and I would have to bend. Nice. Okay guys, thank you guys for watching, and as always, a very special thanks to all of the patrons. The upper tier patrons are on the wall of the boat. It's really because of you guys that I can make all these videos. Okay, well, on to the next adventure. See you guys next week. I'm so happy with the new rack. I think it's amazing. All the things you can do with it. Can't do that anymore when the solar panels are there.